How to be yourself in 2 steps. We've all heard the phrase, be yourself. Harder than it sounds, and a lot of us believe this. We believe that being ourselves is harder than it sounds. But is it really? I personally think we're doing it all the time, even when we think we aren't. Even when we're pretending to be someone we're not. That's just us beneath the mask. We've just chosen to don a mask at that time. Why did we choose to wear the mask? Because we felt it was appropriate. Of course, one could argue that the desire to wear a mask is a result of social pressure, a largely external phenomena that has just enough force to coerce you into actions or personalities you wouldn't normally adopt. But I don't think it's largely external at all. Quite the opposite. We're endlessly adaptable creatures after all. The fact is, forming social groups are the only reason we haven't all gone extinct like those before us. Not to say we aren't headed in that direction, but that's a separate video. The point is, we care what others think of us, and wearing corresponding masks to keep ourselves safe is kind of the play. So we keep it going because it keeps us safe day after day. It's a matter of momentum after all. Eventually, we get so good at swapping masks that something deep within us ends up going dormant. Something essential to who we are, but we just can't quite grasp it anymore. We look back to when we were children, envious of that something we had before we had to survive in a truly mad world. In comes the ego, developing at a rapid pace, demanding that something remain the same as we swim further into the sea of society and development. Our egos exist to protect us physically and psychologically too. They're connected. But rather than a mask, our egos act as lighthouses, guiding us home to where we are in the storm of life. A place where our unique space is in the tapestry of existence. It is essential that we find the capacity to see in full and embrace the entirety of our egos, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's essential that we fully see ourselves to the best of our ability. Some call this process shadow work because it gets dark in there, deep in the back of our minds and at the bottom of our hearts. But that's our home. So step 1, have the courage to step inside ourselves and turn the light on. Just turn the fucking light on. Take a moment to re-examine and become aware of what you've experienced and its impact on you. Get help if you need it, but it is essential to take stock of it all and decide that you're going to do something with it that makes your life and consequently the lives of others better. Of course, when you run out of capacity for the work, stop, recharge, and re-engage the next day. All you gotta do is keep it going. It's a matter of momentum after all. Step 2. As hard as it will be, especially if you weren't raised with it, you must show yourself some love. At least for getting to today despite the challenges you've endured. Once you've turned the light on and decided you'll face yourself honestly, you can start to give yourself the things you didn't have when you needed them. So you've embraced your ego, decided to tidy up a bit, and now you've got the love for yourself to at least take care of yourself. The sad reality is that many of us surrender that something early in our development and never tap back in. We base our personalities on the masks that fit most comfortably and never take them off. Then we wonder why so many of us are so deeply depressed in a society designed to extract as much profit, attention, and time out of you as possible. I don't understand it, but each of us has an ego, and that ego is connected to that something we all lose at some point when we become adults. For some of us, it happened a lot earlier than that, but you get the point. Were it not for that ego, eventually we'd all fully base our worth and personalities on the judgments and behaviors of those around us, But here's the fucked up twist. Those people we're mimicking are just mimicking someone else. Everyone ends up wanting to be somebody else that wants to be somebody else that wants to be somebody else. And so the story goes. We keep it going. It's a matter of momentum after all. Sooner than we realize, sense and madness would become one and the whole dance of life would eventually stop. I believe it's that serious. I believe we're here to embrace the dance, to know the dance, and most importantly, we're here to find our place on the dance floor and fully take the space within it. To keep it going, it's a matter of momentum after all. So what we're doing when we choose to be ourselves is fully stepping into our spot on the dance floor. I'm not the first to say it and I won't be the last. The world is a stage. We are characters, manifestations of something intrinsically and uniquely ours. That something is a core that differentiates us just enough to know who we are in relation to each other. Is it not the boundaries that connect us to each other in the end? Here's the call to action. Prioritize finding that core above all else, and you'll have a life path that naturally aligns with who you truly are, and ultimately, who you're becoming. You are not just who you've been. You are who you choose to be now, which ultimately decides who you'll be in the future. The person you choose to be in this moment is the seed of the tree that you'll be in the future. All you have to do is continue to choose this path when you wake up each day, when you lay down to rest, when you're in conversation. Choose it in every moment you can. For if you know how you're going to approach tomorrow, you don't have to worry about what tomorrow will bring. You know how you're going to handle it, no matter what it is. Furthermore, you can rest assured in the corresponding future that awaits you. You are guaranteeing it by embodying it now. All you got to do is keep it going. It's a matter of momentum after all. Now, at some point you're going to find yourself stuck in this process. But you're in luck, because life is full of hints. Our cosmic dance is absolutely loaded with strange little breadcrumbs of meaning, purpose, and fortune all at once. It's all so impossibly beautiful and perfectly timed. And so are you. There's something about each of us that's beautiful, and we could only be here at this exact time in this exact way. I'm not saying we need to necessarily chase beauty in all that we do, and I wouldn't dare reduce life to that equation, especially these days, but beauty itself is one of the hints. It demands that we pursue it, like water or food, the things we can't go without for long. Necessarily, I find that life provides a diet for us psychologically as well. There are certain things your mind and your heart need, and one of those needs is readily accessible right this instant. It happens to be the most important, too. Decide what you're gonna do on the dance floor. Figure out what you're staying for. Find your songs and styles. Find your people. The only requirement is that it's someone or something you actually fucking like. And if you do that, without shame, but with love, you will have chosen to be yourself for the moment. All you gotta do from there is keep it going. It's a matter of momentum after all. If you couldn't tell, I want the best for us. I hope this helps in some way. I'll see you next week.